in the middle of the desert. There is Gocky's butt plugs getting delivered to him. That's a lot of plugs, mate. That's a lot of plugs. Mate. Or is it just one? Is it just one continuous dildo? Damn, Gocky. I knew you were skanky, mate, but this is a whole nother level. This is just, you ain't messing around. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And I think we're done. Gotta match the socks. Express delivery. Let's see. I don't want to break it because it's a great car. It's great for like photo shoots and things. People will shoot ads and stuff out on our property. We've got like lots of commercials and things. I mean, it's such a great scene. I mean, like, look at this classic car. It's just so old school. Such a wicked color, this sort of Tiffany turquoise in the middle of the outback. You can't, like, you just think about the story. Like, think about this car. How the freak did it end up out here? It's just like so cool sometimes when you come across these wrecks and you're just like, the story that must be behind this car's history. But I don't want to break its bonnet, but there is a little something in here. Look at that. Beauty. Probably filled with snakes as well. Parents are rich, they have their own railroad. Yeah, exactly. That's how they direct my house. Where you don't get your Amazon delivered straight to your house? Because you probably get like a van or something, right? Try your own fucking goods train, buddy. The source of tetanus in the world. Oh, whoops. I just realized I'm still in the animals category. Probably kind of a random category to be sitting in. Well, should I remain here? Remain? There's actually quite a few people watching. Hello, fellow animal fans. Looking at an outback kangaroo right here. See? We're a little look you bastard. Hide from me. Jesus. Am I lag? Yes, you lag. Testicles. Testing, testes, testes, testicles, testicles, Gok. Gok likes big testicles. Gok likes massive, girthy testicles. Testicles in Gok's mouth. Testicles in his mouth. Back. Good back. Gocky likes a good back to get ridden by. Yo, what's going on, Daze? How you doing, man? Well, I don't know what you did, dude, but we've been stable for 3 hours, which I'm very happy with. Nothing but facts. So what's the situation, Gok? You're flying out in a couple of days, yeah? I can't believe that we literally missed each other. So ridiculous. I've been in Taiwan for a year. Yeah, I think the issue is this. This is on fire. My modem is so hot. And it's very hard to know how to cool this bad boy down. I sort of need to maybe have a mesh thing. And maybe need like a rubber band or something to keep it on the outside. I can't let it hang or it will unplug. I just need it to get air. Cool down, modem. Put it in with your balls. Nah. Actually, this is something I need to research because heating your balls is meant to be quite bad for long-term health, sperm health. But I find it interesting, and like I haven't specifically researched, but I'm surprised it hasn't come up in my research. Things like doing my ice bath and then sauna. Why is saunas not being brought up in being bad for testicle health? That's something I'm interested to research because, like, saunas have been thoroughly researched. They've had centuries of research actually backing them because there's been European nations like Finland and stuff who have done it for centuries. But why would that not then destroy your sperm health long term? Emilio, so I was saying earlier, whoop whoop. Whoop whoop is just a term, it's not actually a location. It's an Aussie term for meaning something's really far away, remote, that you don't even determine it by a location. And we were just saying earlier that there's a few different terms around the world, like the sticks, bumfuck nowhere, and these kind of, what is it, boonies or something? There's another one. Kind of, it's a term that just means in the middle of nowhere. Because I'm like on a farm, I don't have, it's not like a suburb. It's not like a city. It can't extend your life. If anything, have you actually done a root in a sauna? Have you really done one? Sounds hot, but I feel like it could be pretty. What would it be like? You'd need a lot of water. You'd be like really exhausted. can't extend your life and reproduce. It goes against nature. Wait, what? I don't understand. What are you saying here? I'm trying to extend my life as much as possible, and my God, you better believe I've been reproducing. Too much, in fact.
Andy29_97NZ donated 20.
Oi,
Cost
Andy,
times are
thank you
hard.
so much for that support, man. You're a freaking rock star. Mate, thank you so much for the love, man. I really do appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, big 2-0. What a rock star. Guys, I really appreciate it. Let me assure you, if it weren't for the support of this community, with the subbies, the biddies, the donos, whatever it be, this stream wouldn't be going. Like, it's not sort of... I'm not subsidizing it. The stream is funded by the stream. The stream is funding itself. So without your support, there is no stream. So I really do appreciate everyone who's helping with the growth of it. It means the world to me. You've had a handy. You've had a handy in a sauna. A public or a private one? And also, mate, how was the trip? Now this one, God, I can't even keep up. Which one was this one? Why am I thinking Morocco? I remember there was Canada and Morocco, but I can't actually recall which one. Oh God. What happens if you finish it off? That's disgusting. That is one of the nastiest thoughts ever. Oh my God, you're freaked up, mate. Marrakesh. Marrakesh. Let me put it out on maps. I need to visualize its location. Oh, Marrakesh, Morocco. Okay, it was Morocco. Okay, so Marrakesh is a region in Morocco. Okay, oh, okay, down there. Okay, so how was it? Because coincidentally, my family was just in Morocco. Funny coincidence. One of my siblings was in Morocco. They went to Casablanca and then they continued out of Casablanca and did some like travel in the countryside. They absolutely loved the countryside. They found Casablanca highly polluted. They said it was disgusting. They said interesting buildings and all that, but they said it was just so polluted that you could taste it in the mouth. And having had those experiences before in Taiwan every now and again, when a bad day of pollution is misery. Went home via SW France, Southwest France. Stayed away from major cities. Yeah, well, they said it was beautiful in the countryside. They went like camel rides and donkey rides and things, and they explored all these ancient mosques and all that, and ruins. But yeah, they did say that the city was pretty damn polluted. They said they had a lot of camel meat. They said the camel meat was delicious. Did you eat camel meat? So you're looking for a retirement in Southwest France, is that right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, camel was an interesting one. I'd be totally down to trying camel. Yeah, they said that it was delicious. They said the meat was phenomenal. Camel meat. Shot Radio Los Art, amazing. Yeah, Morocco looks amazing. Like, I am disappointed by, like, they did show a couple of pictures of, like, Casablanca. I mean, Casablanca is so famous, and always been on my to-do list. The picture, I was like, Jesus Christ, like, they're not messing around. When they say polluted, it is polluted. It's like where you can't see to the end of the road kind of pollution, which is just like, at that point, you're just like, what's the point? It's not worth being there because, you know, you're actually just killing yourself being there, which is sad. But everywhere else, like all the pictures, I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. And like, they're sort of amazing. I mean, they're not really tents. I don't know what they refer to them as. But those kind of like tents that are a bit like glamping tents in a way. They have sort of like the Moroccan lanterns or the Moroccan carpets. And it just looks so beautiful. I love that Moroccan style. Just sort of like the mosaic tiles. Everywhere just has mosaic tiles. And sort of like terracotta like houses, and so pretty. Or clay terracotta like color houses. Why are you in the desert? That's a great question. Why am I in the desert? Low Ghost? Low Ghost, believe it or not, mate, but this is the origin story. We're going down the origin path of Spoachie. This is actually where my streams begun. This is where the Spoachie stream 2 years ago, this is where it begun. And this is actually where I spent half my life growing up. Out here. Bruh. What's going on, legend? Welcome in, my man. Is it near the big orange rock? No. If you go exclamation mark location, not that it's super accurate, the pin, but go exclamation mark location, you'll see where the pin drops. And that's kind of like a roundabout area where I'm based in Australia, whilst the big rock is right in the centre, very central Australia. And it may not look far from that pin, but everything in Australia is huge distance-wise, so it's still hundreds and hundreds of kilometres away. Yeah, guys, so for you guys who are dropping in, I've actually already, we went and I fed some kangaroos. We have some baby kangaroos here that we're rescuing. They had been injured in the past, and our farm is now a release site for injured animals. So I was feeding them earlier. I showed the community Vincent Van Goat, who's kind of a famous goat in our community. He's my pet goat, and our pet sheep and things. So I'm based here for the next 2 weeks, so if you did miss that, don't worry. I'll be streaming them again. I will milk their cuteness for all it's worth. Yeah, that's the funny thing, Sally. It's funny how like just so many people just cannot comprehend that. Like they do just not believe it. You need to just put like a map overlay of the size of Australia and America just to see that how similar they are in scale. I'm half Kiwi. Ooh, I like Kiwis. Kiwis are cool peeps. Milking it. You better believe it, mate. Kangaroo, goat, sheep, I will milk it thoroughly. Andy? We are neighbours, homie. Yeah, buddy. What's your other half? If you're half Kiwi, what's your other half? You're in Oz? Churders, you better believe it, baby. Welcome back, Churders. Well, no, welcome me back. I'm home. Hey, look at this. Damn it, it's fallen apart. This was my outback. During COVID times, I couldn't work out at a gym in town, so I had to make my own gym. And this was my squat rack. It's all fallen apart. My squat rack. British. You're British. New Zealander. Well, look at that. I'm a British Aussie. I made my squat rack out of rabbit traps and barbed wire dumbbells. I'm not kidding. I literally, what could be more authentic? Come on, who's doing that? Who's using their weights with barbed wire? At the end of every session, my hands were thoroughly bleeding. That's how we do it, baby. Legitty. Pale Ale, what's going on, legend? Thank you so much for the subby. Welcome back, sir. I feel like I'm looking in prison. Epic. Yeah, we got a number of little setups here. Let me look at the other stuff. I had all kinds of crazy shit. So COVID shut down like Australian gyms, and I was always telling people, stop being pussies. If you're making an excuse for not training, because people would come onto my stream and say, I can't train because of COVID. I was like, get out of here. Look at this shit. And my hands were all mutilated with barbed wire. I was like, we can make it work. We can make anything work. Never give up. Never surrender. Let me have a look-see around here. Bruh. I love just going, bruh. I'm actually wanting to build an ice bath, and I was thinking of coming. This is a junkyard, referred to as. This is not all our stuff, like previous farm owners over the years who've owned this property, or other people that we know who kind of have stuff that they don't want. They become like dumping grounds, but it's kind of like we allow stuff which could be useful at some point. And that one looks kind of nasty. That looks way too black. I want to build an ice bath out here, but I want to make it pretty. That looks kind of gross. So like trailers and things. But if I get over here, while trying not to stand on any snakes, man, my gym, my outdoor gym, Spoachie's gym. Jesus Christ. Nature. Welcome to the Outback, everyone. And people on the streets say they're built hard. People say I was brought up in the streets, that's hardcore. Please, look at my fucking flowers. My flowers are hardcore, more hardcore than street people's. Yeah, we get a lot of snakes. We get a lot of snakes, but it's cooling down. It's still hot enough to have snakes. It still is hot enough to have snakes, but it's cooling down and snakes will go into hibernation then. So hopefully they're in hibernation by now. So I actually, like that bathtub, I used to have one here. I'm amazed it's gone. Interesting. But again, I would actually have a bathtub between here, but upside down, the base of the bathtub sticking up, not the hole. So I'd have it and use that as my bench. I'd lie on the back of it. And then these were my dumbbells. And these are heavy as fuck. These are like 25 kg each. So they're actually very heavy. And these were my dumbbells. And I chuck them on these bars. You can actually go onto my trail. Like if you go into my bout section of my stream, like right now, if you go to the bout, you'll see there's like a trailer. There's like a trailer, which was the introduction of my stream when I began 2 years ago. And you'll actually see clips of me working out back in the day with this stuff. Yeah, exactly. Mad Max vibes, exactly. That was sick. I had a lot of fun. All the different chains, you just hang that over your neck and suddenly you've got a whole bunch of weight on you. The Jitty Mad Max, yo. I love it. I mean, that's what I sort of always say. Like, I'm truly appreciative that I got to grow up in the cities, but also in the countryside. It makes you appreciate things a little bit differently. And look at these mean cars. I've got great cars. This used to be my car, and this used to be my car. This one was a real Mad Max. This was a real Mad Max car. This one, like, it never had the bonnet because we got it when it didn't have the bonnet. And we used to fly, we would take this like jumps, would get it airborne. We would just be drifting it everywhere. It was so much fun. You just drift car. And this, pretty similar with this one. This one was pretty wild. See this hole up here? What would it would be how many cars have you destroyed? They're not that okay, it's not that we got these new. They're kind of like secondhand. It's very common in the countryside that, like, if a farmer sort of no longer has use of a vehicle, they would then say, hey, do you want to buy this car for like $50 and a couple of beers or something? So you give him like a 6-pack of beers, $50, and then you get this car. I mean, you can't register it, obviously. And then, we're cutting out. But this one was pretty dangerous. This one used to keep on lighting on fire underneath. It was crazy. You'd drive along and like underneath it, like bushes would light on fire because it was like sparking and everything. So eventually we retired that one when we felt like it was getting a little too far gone. And this was my motorbike. This is the bike I learned how to ride on. This was an old Kawasaki. My old baby. I used to fly jumps and all that. Still good as new, I reckon. Just needs a bit of a wipe down. Now the motorbike's gone. We've pulled out the engine, in fact. You can see it's like missing part of the engine. Everything gets recycled. Everything gets recycled. So you just pull off bits and pieces, then rebuild the next thing. That's why there's like pieces of cars. Like you see, this is the tray of a car. That's the back of a pickup or something. They remove it, they attach it, they weld it, they make a new vehicle out of something else. Like, look, where's the other half of this car? Oh, you look more ice bathy. Oh, I clean up this pastel pink, kind of sexy. Pastel pink. Put it somewhere like in a nice spot with a nice view, like out looking at the mountains. Fill it up with ice, and have myself an ice bath. I reckon we could be in business with this one. What do you reckon, chat? Outback ice baths? I reckon. Shoot some hoops. Oh, I saw something run in the bushes. What was that? Me old basketball ring. I bought that off eBay. Exactly. We're built hard out here, Andy. What do you think? I do ice with real ice? When I say ice bath, I mean legitimately like meth ice. I'm filling it with ice and ODing, baby. Jesus, man. You think I'm some kind of pussy? Oh, my feet are filled with spikes. Absolutely filled with spikes. Exactly, and anything for those tips, you know? Andy gives me $20. There I am jumping in a bathtub of glass. I just want to make you proud, Andy. Well, my horse has gone MIA, cheeky little horsey, has done a runner, but that's all right. That can be saved for another day. For those who didn't see Vincent earlier, I've rediscovered him. He's moved to another spot. Who are you? You're not Vincent, you're a liar. You're an imposter. a second. Oh, where are you going? Oh, he's going off to... He's upset. His mates are running away. Vincent! Vincent, think about the content, mate. Think about the content, you prick. Yeah, silly dog, right? We were playing with him earlier. He's done with his pats. Vincent. Vincent, what are you doing, mate? You're facing your ass to camera. Don't face your ass to camera. Boop. God, I knew you couldn't run from a scratch. But you're not going to turn back here, are you? Yo, Samurai, thank you so much for the love, you freaking rock star. 12 months. Baby is growing big and strong. Yeah, his horns have got bigger, haven't they? They seem to have got much bigger. Ramesses the Ninth. Ramesses the Ninth? This is Vincent van Gogh. What are you yapping on about? Don't you walk away from me, mate. Don't you show off your silly little bottom to the chat. Put that tail down. Put it down. Hey, mate, what are you up to? Hey? Living a good life, huh? Living your best life. No, don't hit me with your horns. Yes, I know you like Scratchy. He's grinding himself against me. Yes, I know. You're a silly thing. What are you doing, you silly thing? What are you... You good? Ah! No, Vincent! Don't horn my dick. Please, mate. Don't you start horning me. Jesus. You dirty or what? Oh, no, that was the tire from earlier. The farm is now run as like a sustainable property where they run different kind of the government, private organization like university and stuff. They will run like different experiments out here. There's some mining being done out here. There's the animal wildlife rescue thing that we're running here. So there's a few different things operating out here now. He's a bit horny. All right, round of applause. Well played. JJ. That's awesome. Yeah. So we used to be a sheep farm, a meat sheep farm, but unfortunately the climate change stuff was just affecting it too much. It was becoming too hard to run. My family's always very interested in very proactive environmentalism, and my parents are on the board of a lot of environmental organizations, and they've been exploring different ways that our property can help with research and whatnot. So we have like a number of universities that they have like different programs happening out here where they will sort of be testing soil, water retention and water flow and humidity levels and stuff in the outback with all their sort of sophisticated equipment in different areas. We have like rare tree species that have been discovered, so they're being protected. We have actually rare animal species also, which are being protected here. We've now become a wildlife zone for injured animals that get recovered. And so those kangaroos I was showing earlier, their parents have since deceased and they've been fixed up. I don't know if you were on earlier days when I had the kangaroos on stream. No, absolutely not. That's not a common thing at all. This is, it's meant to be a sheep farm. That's what most people do. And it's not even easy to change. Like by law, most farms are like, you have to run certain stock. Like there's areas in Australia where you need to run like agriculture, which is like crops and whatnot. You have the vineyard areas. A vineyard can't just like, a farm can't just knock down a vineyard and have sheep. It's not legal. So this is a sheep farm. You can't legally then suddenly start farming something else. You need to apply for permits and all that. So that's what my parents have kind of been doing over the years. For injured bodybuilders. Oh, I see how it is. All right, okay, all right. Jerry's ready to rock and roll. Like I said the other day, just pent up. I've been gone for a week and he's been like, I need to offload. Can you show us some of that? The research stuff, we'll definitely go for drives and I can come across it. I mean, it's not really going to look that amazing. It will literally just kind of be I don't even know how you'd describe it. They kind of just sort of like some kind of construction, like some bit of metal here and there, a bit of plastic here, and a few sort of gadgets here and there in the ground. It would look like kind of just a mishmash of mess, really. But they would have sensors and sort of like satellite connection, which is telling the universities the details and things of what's happening in that area. But yeah, we'll drive around and we might see some of the things they've set up. Just wait till September. I think I'm busy then. I'm sorry, Jerry. Unfortunately. What was your dates again? All of September? Yeah, I'm busy. Unfortunately, I'm too caught up with all this stuff. But anyway, maybe next time. Not a gold region, but we do have a metal detector. My dad bought one, which was like the cheapest of the cheapest, and you could have a lump of gold on the surface and it probably wouldn't even pick it up. But what is the area? Lead, great. Lead, tin, and silver, I think are the main ores out here. Oh, and copper. Copper's also. We have a number of copper mines on our property because they used to have real working mines out here. They're all now gone. But we do have the remnants. I'll take you to some of the copper mine shafts. It's really interesting. Like all the rocks is like very green. So you'll just have this suddenly in the middle of the desert. You'll just suddenly have this like outcrop of green rock everywhere, and that's all the copper. Yeah, it'll be cool. Cool. If you haven't already, peeps, Discord. That's when I'll let you guys know when I go live again. But I'm going to bounce off now. I need to get food. I need to go and hang out with my family. But thank you again, legends, for hanging out with me. If you're new here, today we played with kangaroos, hung out with Vincent van Gogh earlier. He was a bit of a prick this time, but earlier we were hanging out with him, the sheepy. But we'll continue pushing out into the farm. We'll go for motorbike rides and car rides and stuff as we push out further to more remote regions of the farm. As I was saying earlier, these hills in the background here, like all these hills out here are still the property. That's a wool shed where you do sheep shearing, but all that's still the property. So we'll go for like hikes out there and go exploring. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks very much for hanging out. Yeah, appreciate you, Jerry. All right, legends. I'll catch you soon. Be good. If you're not already, again, Discord. And I will become more active on other social medias I've announced as well, people. So IG, if you don't do Discord, but you're more into like IG or something, hop over there. I'll be more proactive in those other social media forms. I'll catch you around, legends. See you soon. Be good. Look after yourself. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, baby.
Look, they can never keep me down, I'm going. And if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got no soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting on me and when I'm sitting in, so if I ever win again, it's not I did the minimum, I didn't have to sell my soul. Please don't play no games with me. It's about the fame to me. They needed the best, so they came to me. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the fire, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me. My girl's so proud of your boy when they ask, is that your man? Yeah, that's me. And if I'm taking a shot, I don't miss. Who knew I would be at the top like this? And no one made my goals for me. But I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be. Cause it's the path that God chose for me. So even if some doors close for me, I still won't let y'all close to me. So please step back where you're supposed to be. Put the game all on hold for me. And sit back, watch me roast the beat. It's in my genes, I'm better than them. And I know my flow too sick, I got the medicine. I'm way at the top, who could take my place? I went too hard, can't feel my face.
It's much slower than I thought.
Who the best in this thing? Tell them,